In this amazing big talk performed live from New York City, the incredible Shernaz Jaehnel, who flew in from Germany to be on this stage, talks about money, women's leadership, and the power of you. Hi, I'm Tricia Brouk, curator of the Speaker Salon, and in this episode, you are going to get an opportunity to watch Shernaz perform the culmination of this 6-week intensive. Enjoy.
When I became financially independent, my life got so much better. It was so much more fun. I had less weight on my shoulders, and I became more relaxed in making decisions. More yeses, less nos. That was when I understood what financial independence, financial well-being meant. It is not really about the money itself. Financial well-being is more about having the freedom to make the choices that allow you to enjoy life without thinking on the price tag attached. Financial wellness starts early in life. As children, we were taught different money stories, and we all have our own stories. You just happened to listen to my son's story, Edgar. He was talking about that money can make you happy, and it amazes me to see how intentional he is already with regard to his life choices. Whereas it took me more than 3 decades to figure all that out, he just grew up with it. Most of us, however, do not. I grew up without that kind of knowledge. I did not learn how to invest. My parents didn't teach us how to. Despite the fact that my dad was totally into real estate and investing a lot, he never taught us how to do that. And I wonder why I never asked him. After all, I learned so many beautiful things from him, but when it came to money, he said, "Save money, do not waste money, do not spend any money." I still remember the magical days in my early childhood when I was around 5. On Sundays, once a week, my father and we siblings, the youngest ones, they came together in the living room, and he gave each of us one coin, one German mark. That moment was magical. That silver coin in my small hand, I felt so super rich. And you know what I did with that coin? My siblings were quick to run out of the house to buy themselves chewing gums, toys, or candies. And I was struggling with internal conflict. Because on the one hand, there was my father, who was teaching us to not waste any money. And on the other hand, I too wanted to enjoy the strawberry flavored chewing gum bought with my own coins. But I couldn't. Instead, I put all the money aside for many years. Growing up, it was not easy to live life to the fullest with all the rules in mind, even though we had the money to do so. Imagine we were even not allowed to borrow money because getting into debt was a sin. On top of that, we were taught that money had to be earned through hard work. And as a woman, you have to work twice as hard as your male counterparts. And I did, of course. I worked harder than any male manager at my corporate jobs. I lived by all of those rules until I was 36, until I hit rock bottom, until I needed money ASAP. Because it happened. Something which I could never ever have imagined happened to me. My marriage ended. And with the end of that, my entire life turned upside down, and I felt myself alone as a single parent. The divorce process took 3 years. And in those years, I lost a lot. I lost my mom to cancer. I had to quit my job, and I lost money, a lot, on lawyers, fees, and so many other things. I knew I had to change something. I was backed into a corner. And the first thing I did was to throw away all those limiting beliefs. It was clear that those old beliefs were holding me back in my life. I could no longer rely on my savings. They were all gone. I was in debt. I could no longer rely on the old beliefs of my late parents. I understood it was crucial for me to get out of that debt by borrowing money instead of waiting, by investing instead of saving. The first fears I had to overcome were to ask for money and for help. And the first risk I took was to ask my brother to lend me some money. And that small amount of money I invested in the stock market. I invested in companies I believed in. I used easy but logical parameters, where and when to invest, and also, very, very important, when to sell. And it worked. It all started with trusting myself and investing that 2,000 euro into the stock market, and within a short period of time, I got back more than 4,000 euros. I did it again with different stocks, and it worked again. I did it again with higher investments, and it still works. Within less than 3 years, I became financially independent, despite life crisis. To improve your financial wellness, you have to be aware of your financial beliefs and attitudes. But once you are aware, it's possible for anyone to change their beliefs and change their financial future. Investing in the stock market is not only an instrument for a quick return on your increased funds, but rather the key to building long-term wealth and becoming financially independent. Why then, you might ask, are many people so reluctant to invest in the stock market? Well, there are many reasons, including the negative experiences such as the financial crisis in 2008, or not having enough money available to invest, or just the lack of financial education. According to a new survey from Bankrate in 2021, 39% of adults in the US say they are not invested in the stock market. Most of them say they do not have the money available to invest, or they do not understand stocks. That means 39% are limiting themselves with their own self-limiting beliefs. They do not know better. But I say you don't have to limit yourself. You can generate money by investing in the stock market. Being forced to invest and to spend all my money, all my hard-earned money, all my savings on lawyers, fees, and so many other unpleasant things, I began to see the world with different eyes. I realized that I could have used all that money for all the beautiful things in life, for luxury high-end fashion items, for a much better apartment, or for vacations. And then I just did it. I booked our first trip, then the next one, and I am still traveling. I live where I desire to live, and I do what I desire to do. There are many ways to achieve financial independence, despite life crisis. What I found to be true is that all roads include, first, overcoming fear and self-limiting beliefs. You have to work on yourself. Personal development is key to eliminating self-limiting beliefs and adopting new healthy habits. And while doing that, why not start off with investing a small amount of money in the stock market? What do you desire? What are you willing to risk? And what beliefs are you willing to let go of?
I hope you enjoyed this big talk. And if you have any desire to step onto my stage in New York City, whether you live here or not, go to thespeakersalon.com and apply to join the salon. I hope you enjoyed these episodes, and be sure to hit the subscription button and notification bell so that you can be sure to get access to all of my latest videos. Big love.